Welcome to this week's episode of the Top Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Rob. I'm joined with me, my friends Lou
Shalom.
and Mike.
Oh, wait. I don't know if I should say
Shabbat.
Shalom. Should I be, is that too controversial? Ugh.
You can't speak a language.
Uh,
Well, we'll move on from it. So we'll see if our AI overlords say anything.
Anybody got a problem with that?
Some people might. So I found this interesting thing scrolling through Reddit, and as most of you know, because you fall in this demographic, our main audience are males from age like 18 to 25, and a lot of the ones that we know personally are single. And so I was scrolling on Reddit, the perfect place to learn life lessons and everything. And this thing on Interesting AF popped up, and is a survey that was put on by, I don't know, I'm guessing a website or something called Activity, and it is the top. They had 74 categories, and it's a straw poll. Women would chime in with what hobbies do they think are attractive. So I want to know I have the top 15 and the bottom 15. I want to know what you guys think are some of the most attractive hobbies to women that men can do.
Crochet.
It is not in the top 15. Let me check the bottom. I don't see it on the bottom 15, so it might fall in the middle, but it's not there.
Call that a middle 35.
is cherry stem tongue tying? Is that one of them?
I did not see any cherry stem tying. No tongue work. No oral fixations are on there.
Okay.
Cooking.
Cooking, number 4. Apparently, according to them, 95.4% of women find that hobby attractive.
Makes sense.
Do you guys have any guesses at the top 3?
But yeah, I did. It was cooking.
Well, that was the top 4. Trying to get Lou to Prices Right, or to Family Feud you.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm trying so hard not to be inappropriate. It hurts to the point where I'm stopping myself from saying things. Can we get maybe sports?
Sports? Do you have a specific sport in mind?
Definitely not golf. Maybe basketball?
Basketball did not make the top 15.
Damn.
Ooh. Well, unlike Lou, I'm not having to edge my answers here. I'm gonna go with podcasting.
Nope. No. Let me check the bottom. There might be a bottom one right there. Let me see. No, I mean, there's arguing online, which can kind of be some podcasting.
Same thing.
That is number 71 at 12.3% of women find that attractive.
Is reading one?
Reading is, in fact, number 1, with 98.2% of women saying they find that attractive.
Nice. Most of these guys are not even reading their words. They're just flipping the pages.
Steep.
Flipping the pages. Sorry. I would be reading.
I like that Lou has taken Dan's feedback to heart.
What was Dan's feedback?
Dan was listening to a lot of old episodes, and he's like, dude, early episodes, Lou was unhinged. It was the best.
Caused 8 hours of editing as well.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think of
number 3 is a very stereotypical, like what you would think.
Football.
Not football, but it's like the cool guy,
Cool guy.
Car, working on cars.
Don't see that on there. No,
is it playing an instrument?
Playing an instrument is, in fact, number 3, with 95.4% of women saying that's attractive.
I'm trying to think of knitted sweater, bowl cap men, like skinny corduroy jeans, like what kind of things they're into.
Working out?
Working out is number 5, 94.4. Mike's killing this. He knows what the ladies like.
Is it like gardening? Is that one of them?
Gardening is number 8 at 93.8%.
What else do hippie white men like to do? Photography.
Photography, number 10, 90.5.
Yeah. Oh, I'm in the bag now, baby. I know what.
I'm thinking this is probably in the bottom, but it could also weirdly be in the top, depending on which women they interviewed. Video games.
Video games
No.
we got here.
0. Nobody wants a Call of Duty Kyle.
Yeah, no, there's no.
That's why I said I think it's in the bottom.
It's in the middle.
That's not
if anything.
What
It's-
about like people who speak French? Like
There it is.
Speaking
of language, a hobby?
Lou got number 2, foreign languages, 95.6%.
I'm in the bag,
That's
baby.
what it is. Lou just wants to be more attractive to his wife, and so he's all like, "Shalom, sweetheart."
Shalom. Oh, that is a different language.
Now, the real question is, can you guys guess any of the bottom 15? Sadly, knowing some of our listeners, I'm sorry for what this survey, reveals.
Or is the bottom 15 things they find unattractive, or is it the 75th through 60th most attractive thing?
Yeah, so it's like the bottom one is only 3.1% of women found this attractive.
Okay.
Joe
You're
Rogan
74.
podcast.
Well, we got debating at 61 at 30.5, and then online arguing, which I feel like are the same thing, but
Yeah,
12.3. I guess there's no online arguing club. Just podcasting. That's what it said.
Magic the Gathering.
You want to know what? That's number 63. Only 28.5% of women find it attractive, and thankfully, my wife is one of them.
What is the exact percentage?
28.5%.
Becca's a 25.8%er. Or
28.5.
28.5%. Yeah, you should get her a shirt that says that. That'd be fun.
I'm one of the 28.5%.
Smoking.
Which type?
Tobacco.
So I'll give you cigars, which is at 22.3%.
Okay,
It's at 67. If you want that ganja, it's at 69 for 15.9%.
Nice. I feel like that should have been rolled into one, but whatever.
Yeah. Give a couple more guesses, and then we'll just go through the list to get your general thoughts.
Unattractive hobbies.
Oh, we lost Lou.
Cutting out on a podcast with no notice.
I would rate that low. What is sweeping the nation, especially during sports days?
Drinking? Gambling.
Gambling, number 73. Only 6.4% of women find it attractive.
Those are some interesting women.
Well, you
They're
should.
big Kenny Rogers fans.
I don't think you guys would guess number 74. So.
All right, tell me. Fill
All
it
right,
in.
number
I got nothing
74. It's a manosphere, or like incels, basically. What percent of women do you think find incels attractive? What do you guys got? Maybe it was a pity. Pity, yes.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. Incel means involuntarily celibate.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's not like
So, inherent. A very small percentage of women would, by definition.
so.
Doesn't make any
It's kind of like online. It's changed to incels, or like the women hating. Like you're super. They stereotypically like right wing, super
okay.
right wing, red. I think it's red pill. I don't know which pills, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's like we hate women, blah blah blah. And so that's that's 74. There's gambling at 73. 72 will say adult video lovers.
Fair enough.
71
Interesting.
arguing online. 70 collecting Funko. Said, yep.
This is so weird.
That's
Do you think men just like hopped on?
Well,
And voted for themselves?
It's 12.3%. I mean, I feel like there's collectors. Women collect 12.3% of women probably have a Funko Poppers. Get that?
Well, yeah, but I feel like that's got to be talking about people who have like an entire room dedicated to Funko Pops, and I'm not talking about shelves. I'm talking about the
room.
cubic footage of the room is dedicated to
Yep. Next up, like I said, at 69, we got that Mary Jane. 68, maybe it's just because it's so prevalent in pop culture and like media, but they have clubbing, which is only 20%, a flat 20. I thought that would be higher. So we said
I feel like people are not in the clubs no more.
I've never been in a club in my life, so I don't know. Unless you count Club Penguin.
Hey, what's 75? Did you tell us that?
It was only 74, so.
Oh, there's only 74.
Yeah,
Got it,
they couldn't think of one more, those punks.
Well, I mean, they're already calling being an incel a hobby, so like, some of those hobbies were stretching it.
Yeah, so cigars, 67. Crypto, for all our crypto bros out there, 66.
Okay, fair enough.
23.1%. For any male makeup enthusiasts out there, it's going to be hard finding a woman. Only about a fourth of them find male makeup artists attractive. Lou, I'm sorry, but 64 at 27.4% is anime. Couldn't even beat Magic the Gathering, which is 63.
That's fair. It's cheaper than it is Magic the Gathering. You can get it super
That's
expensive.
true.
That's true. It's what's like a $3 for a Crunchyroll subscription or something like that.
Like 7, but close. Yeah.
It's the cheapest streaming service out there. Next up is drinking at 62. We already said 61's
Wow.
debating. Wow, you're surprised?
Well, I knew it was either going to be high or low, but I expected it to be on the low end of high.
Mm-hmm.
But times are changing, man. Them Gen Zs and
Well,
whatever Gen Alphas are less into that.
with the time changing, I would have thought, the grass and alcohol may have switched, but, 'cause that's how the younger generations are trending. But next up, we got cosplay at 60. Now, last for the bottom 15 is comic books. So I'm sorry to all of our fans out there. If you're trying to, find a lady, might want to add a few more hobbies if those are some of your main ones. Then at number 15, this is a rich man's game, traveling. Anyone who says they have traveling as a hobby, I'm just guessing you have money.
Yeah.
Or you like to do super sketchy things.
That's true. No one was going to get
Both.
number 14 or 13 because 14 is blacksmithing, I can see why. Like, I understand it, but 88.2% of women find blacksmithing attractive.
All right. So those are your bicep queens. Got it.
Number 13, we got archery. Also another one that I didn't... do people fill these in? Do you think there's like a right in the blank, and then everyone's like, oh, I like archery, I like blacksmithing, I don't know.
No way people like that.
89.5% of women.
That's so bizarre.
That's not real.
Akatar.
Women,
Akatar is
women in
shooting
general like them
like an elf.
dexterous slightly more than they like them strong.
Yep.
They like a ranger.
Yeah. Next up is one Mike absolutely cannot understand. It is hiking at 90%.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
People say they like hiking though, but really they mean
I was
like
gonna
a
say,
walk.
yeah, they don't want it.
Just
Yeah,
walking
no,
in
100%.
spacious places. Next up is astronomy at 11. Don't studying the stars, or they just want, like they know all the, Virgos and whatever that is.
I was gonna say they just spelled astrology wrong.
Yeah. I think someone got photography at 10. This next one is the highest, I would say, sport is swimming at 9. She got 92.8%.
Swimmers' bodies are pretty crazy, I will say.
Yeah.
That's true.
They like them lean, with that archer and the swimmers. We got guarding at 8. Number 7 is writing at 93.8%.
Let's go.
Guys, look at you.
Barely pulled above gardening. Number 6 is painting. I don't think they mean like minifigs. I think they mean actual
No, I
painting.
gotcha. Yep.
5 at 94.4% is woodworking. And then
Dang it! I almost said that one too.
Yep. And then we
I
got
just don't think how many people are actually doing these things. That's the issue that I'm having.
yeah.
Like,
So
how many men do they know that are woodworking it?
it doesn't matter what they know. It's like, do they find it attractive?
Uh,
You see Paranabara over there on the forge, and you're just like, ooh, man. You start working up a sweat. Got that one really muscular arm just from hammering it all day, because they only use one hand for the most part. But, yeah. Then cooking, playing an instrument, foreign languages, and reading. So, to all of our male listeners out there, all the Merit toppers, make sure you're reading about foreign languages while occasionally playing an instrument, and you should be good. And then you will be cooking.
Lo siento, no rasco coche y también solo un mochilo dos patatas.
That's his order, right? Oh, we don't. Or
Hey, Gusta Chicos.
was that your order whenever you go to Mexico?
No, that's just my absolute gibberish that I can speak in Mexican. Excuse me, Spanish.
You mean
Goodness.
Espanol?
speaking Mexican. Wild.
Yikes!
Can I have a taco?
You know I'm a degenerate.
All right. So this week we are building our perfect Soulsborne game. So I think a good place to start off is what Soulsborne games have you guys played? I've only played to completion, or beaten Dark Souls 3 or in Elden Ring. How about you guys?
I've
Go, Lou.
Oh yeah, I've played all of them except for oh my gosh, the first one.
Demon
Not Dark
Souls?
Souls. Demon Souls. That's the only one that I haven't beat. And then I played oh my gosh, I'm striking out. I know. I had this stuff and then I completely lost it.
I don't know.
What's the I'll come back. Come back to me.
There's Night Rain? I saw. How about you, Rick?
I've beaten Dark Souls 1, several New Game Pluses through. I don't know how high up that goes, but I played a lot of that. Then I played Demon Souls. I made it to the last boss, didn't realize he was the final boss, and was like, this is just getting hard and annoying. I'm out. So I almost beat it without realizing it. Played Dark Souls 2. Decent way in. Kind of got bored, didn't like it, stopped. I've played very little of Dark Souls 3.
Missing out.
I played several hours of Bloodborne, and I logged hundreds of hours into Elden Ring, even though I didn't beat it. So I've dabbled in most of them.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember what that game was, Lou?
Yes, Neo. N-I-O-H.
Neo.
Neo. So yeah, I beat Elden Ring, beat Dark Souls, beat Bloodborne twice. I beat Elden Ring 3 times. Haven't beat Demon Souls. Beat Sekiro twice. I played Eliza P. It's pretty good.
Is that that's a From Software game? Or is that just a
Oh, no,
Soulsborne?
Is it Souls-like?
Yeah.
Or are we
Well,
talking
I said
Souls-like?
Soulsborne, so yeah, Souls-like counts in there.
Okay. Played Code Vein. Didn't really like it. Played Remnant 2, which is like a Souls-like with guns.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good. Played The Surge, and that's like Mecha Souls-like. Didn't really like it.
Play Black Myth?
Black Myth Wukong? Nope. Can't afford it.
Okay.
But I will at some point.
So
Once
I've heard
this
good things about it.
podcast makes some money.
There we go. Go
I
look
will.
at our Redbubble. Maybe one day Lou can get Black Myth Wukong on Steam sale.
Yeah. Yep. So I played a lot of them.
So what would you say are the best aspects that you're going to take from... It can be from any of the Souls-like games. Like what obviously the combat, that's number one. Like Lou, I guess you've played the most. Which game would you say has the best combat, or which would you pick from if you're making your perfect Soulsborne game?
So I think there's two types of... When it comes to Souls, like I think there's two types. I think there's fast and loose with like very little stamina management, and then there's like kind of thoughtful Dark Souls 1, blocking, parrying, that kind of vibe. It's everything that you use is very like methodical. I lean towards more methodical than I lean towards like Sekiro. You guys didn't play Sekiro, right?
Played like 30
No, but
minutes.
I would love to.
Yeah. More like not so managing. So I lean towards kind of the slower pace. Do you guys lean towards one or the other? What's your guys' build? I guess is the better question.
I like big hammer, or like big weapons that swing and do damage.
You like the bonking? You're a bonky boy?
Yeah. I like them big. I like them chunky. Yeah, so mostly, what is that, strength and vigor? That's where a lot of it is.
I used to play a strength faith build pretty frequently, especially in Dark Souls 1. That occult bastard sword is just built different. But I more recently have gotten into the dex build and just whatever kind of katana chaos I can cause.
Oh my gosh, rivers of blood.
Oh, that one's good. I do like that one. Yeah, but I do prefer Dark Souls' more deliberate combat for sure.
Where would you put 3, Dark Souls 3? Kind of in the middle, or is that more fast paced?
I think it's a little bit faster paced than Dark Souls. I think they've got. That's a good question. I think when I think of like fast enemies, I think of 2 seemed a little bit faster and a lot more like. Yeah, I think 3 is deliberate. like versus like Bloodborne where you have 0 blocking.
Mhm.
You know, like
Yeah, but parrying's huge in that. You get with the
parrying is
pistol.
huge. Yeah. So, and I think the enemies are just running at you more. I think of like Bloodborne where you get to the part where the werewolves are chasing you, and it's all werewolf themed. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Is that when you eat the umbilical cords?
Oh, did you play Bloodborne?
No, I just remember I haven't never had one of the stations on, but I know it's you talked about that once some other pod. They didn't know you could eat them outside of combat or something like that.
Didn't know I needed to eat it. And then I could have beat the god, but I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess whatever Dark Souls 3, I like that one the best. Granted, it's my first one, and I feel like most people say their first Souls, like actual Dark Souls game or From Software game, is like their favorite. Do you agree with that?
Oh, that's been my experience.
Except for Dark Souls 2 lovers.
Well, I started with Dark Souls 3. I really liked Sekiro, and I really liked kind of the rawness of Dark Souls, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
It felt a little simpler. It's just one big circle, right? Kind of
What?
the map. The map is like pretty much like one big circle.
Well, I mean, it loops back in on itself, but I definitely wouldn't call it a circle.
That's when I played it. That's where it felt like you like because it connects through the sewer system, and then it just feels like
Let's see.
yeah. Let me look it up. I was gonna look it up as well.
Yeah, 'cause I know that's what everyone like wants for their
that
maps.
way.
I guess Mike's gonna keep on making some sounds. Oh, you just going through it in your head? You're
Yep.
playing it? Yeah.
Oh,
Basin.
I'm like, why is he just talking? Verbal
It is one
processing
big-
out.
yeah.
I think
one
it's
big
a
circle.
couple big circles, but yeah.
It's one. Yeah, it's one big circle, and then you span out a little bit.
So I guess we can start there, because that is one thing it seems like everyone's clamoring for is an interconnected world like Dark Souls 1. Would you guys have that,
Yeah.
or do you like kind of the Dark Souls 3, or I think Sekiro did the two where you have like different places you can load into. It's like multiple different maps.
Oh, I can't stand the hub stuff. No, the big interconnected world is absolutely like my number one thing. I'd keep over the. I mean, I'd keep the combat too, but I'd put it higher in my priority list.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
The interconnected world, or the...
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Now, would you rather have something on the scale of Dark Souls 1 or Elden Ring? Because I, for one, think I liked Elden Ring as an open world, but I don't really want another open world game. Maybe that's just because open world fatigue's setting in. But
Yeah, I don't want something on the scale of Elden Ring, and I don't think you can do big and interconnected the way you did in Dark Souls with something on the scale of Elden Ring. I thought they did a pretty okay job using the legacy dungeons to evoke the feeling of the overall world map of Dark Souls 1. But I also felt like it just got too big for its britches. Basically, once you killed the fire giant, I kind of started losing interest, and I feel like I've heard a lot of reviews say that's where it starts to like
I feel that's
just become one linear strip. Like they stopped having
yeah.
any kind of like design, and we're just like, okay, here's just a gauntlet. Just do this
Yeah.
in this order.
Because I feel like, yeah, after that, you have like maybe 3 bosses left after the fire giant.
3 big bosses, 1, 2, something like that. Yeah,
Not counting secret bosses.
non-con secret bosses.
How about you, Lou?
For what? I'm sorry.
Just the map. Do you want it like more Elden Ring or more smaller but interconnected like Dark Souls?
Yeah, I like the interconnected. I do like with Elden Ring. I think my favorite part about Elden Ring was that there were parts of the game that if you didn't look up or you didn't just like get extremely lucky, you would have never have seen that part.
Mhm.
Like there's a part where you're literally like in hell. I don't even know the name of it. And there's like big giant zombie birds trying to eat your soul.
Yeah, Kaled.
That's what it's called. And like one of the hardest bosses is down there. And unless I would have researched it, there's been no shot that I would have found it. And so yeah, I don't know. I just and then
Oh wait, are you talking about the blood area?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the blood area. Yeah.
You get the
Oh, that is
DLC
not
after you beat that
Kaled. I know
boss.
what you're talking about. Yep.
Oh yeah, not Caleb, but yeah. Well, because what what was cool about the open world that I found was that, like those teleporters that would just take you across the
Mhm.
map.
Mm-hmm.
Like you couldn't do that if it's like a small interconnected map, right? Like you can only do that if you're in if it's open world. And so I don't know. I lean towards smaller, but I think Elden Ring did a really good job with.
But even to push back on that idea, Metroid Dread is a interconnected map that specifically does do teleporters that launch you across the map.
I forgot about that. That's true. Yeah.
So it is possible. Now,
Yeah.
I will say the teleporters were not my favorite part of Metroid Dread. So maybe you're onto something, but I think I'm a minority in that opinion.
So you say it's dreadful?
Uh,
I'm not the father on the podcast.
Want to know from those jokes?
Nope. So I guess so we have the interconnected world of Dark Souls 1, and we
Yep.
want the slower combat. What else would you guys want to see in a Soulsborne game?
you guys have like a theme involved? Sorry, I feel like I'm talking over you a lot.
No, you're good.
Theme would be cool. I don't have one in general that I specifically need. I would love to see some less obtuse multiplayer.
What do you mean by less obtuse?
Like, so for example, I find the summoning system to be kind of obnoxious.
Mhm.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
It's like if I want to party up and squat up with 3 or 4 people or however many I'm allowed to play with, let me just connect and we can all be in the same world.
Mhm.
And to that point, don't send me home after I beat a boss. And if it was like, it drove me nuts that you couldn't ride like 2 people to a horse. I get why both of us can't be on a horse, but like let me hop on the same horse. There were points where it was like in Lake Seleonia in Elden Ring, where it's like you got to cross this massive distance on foot that's designed to be crossed on the horse.
Mhm.
But because you got your buddy with you, it's like, well,
You can't do it.
settle in. We're going on a 3-hour walk.
Yeah.
That was going to be one of my main points. Is I like playing Dark Souls with friends, which the hardcore fans are gonna hate me for, but it's just how I started playing, and I enjoy it, and the camaraderie ship and the funny things that can happen. But yeah, their system is not good, and they really need to bring that in, at least to the 2000s. Like I don't even care if it's just there, but get it out of like the 80s and 90s. So I was definitely going to bring that up. That need to fix multiplayer. It shouldn't be that hard.
It's because like people will break the game. That's the general idea, right? That's why they make it so hard. That's the only way that I
know. I
If they're-
think it was just like it was cool in Dark Souls 1, in all honesty.
Yeah.
And it's a cool way of finding random people to play with. But they even acknowledge with the password system in Elden Ring that it's like, okay, there are going to be people who just want to squat up, and we're gonna make it less inconvenient. It's like, just make it easy at that point.
Yeah.
If you're gonna like concede all the way.
Just be like, yeah, you can send an invite, or you can drop this. Just send an invite to game or whatever. It's not that hard. Because if they're afraid of it breaking the game, they just wouldn't have multiplayer in general. I feel like Sekiro.
Yeah.
Sekiro, right?
Well,
There's no
yeah, they
multiplayer.
scale the bosses, so they're already prepared for multiplayer. They give you soul summons or whatever they're called, spirit ashes.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, I don't know. They built so much around the concept, and then they just made the concept difficult to use
Mhm.
on a logistical level. It's just frustrating.
But back to the theme, I think I haven't thought of it, but I think like mythology, if you're doing like Greek or Roman mythology, would be a really fun theme. Really cool.
Are you like? Is it like Kratos, where you're just killing other gods?
I guess so. Like I don't
Yeah.
know. Or like even just you fight the, not even in the pantheon, but like some of the mythical beasts and everything would be fun.
Yeah.
Maybe you're Hercules, and the goal is you have to do your 10 labors, and just kind of flavor it up and have different things like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Kind of sick.
Isn't it like one of them is cleaning out?
Clean out the
stall?
barn. Yeah.
You have to
Yeah,
fight
the-
the poop. Insert Conqueror's Badge Fur Day, the big mighty poo.
There you go. The void. You like get a pink eye bar going on.
It's not like blight, it's pink eye.
It's pink eye.
Hepatitis, E. coli stuff.
That's fun.
How about you, Lou?
I think easily. I think Baldur's Gate absolutely blew the. I mean, there's over 300 characters, 300 monsters in D&D. The class system is already a thing. I think a D&D Soulsborne game would be absolutely insane.
Well, they're working on something. They haven't said it's not Baldur's Gate 4, so maybe you'll get your wish.
I
doubt
I
it,
just don't
but-
think. I doubt it. I really do. But I think if they put the money
Baldur's
into
Soul on the Switch 2 exclusively.
No, just Switch. I only get the rights to the Switch.
Soldier's Gate.
it, Baldur's Gate, well, crack out your Wii U games, boys.
I got one. I'm ready.
Yeah, I think it would be absolutely insane. And I want like the creepiest monsters. There's some like absolute
Yeah.
chunker weird ones.
As much as I like mind flayers and, dragons, they've been done to death, You got a whole monster manual you can choose from.
Maybe like Stroud or something.
Yeah, totally new. Just another Victorian. It's just a rip-off of Bloodborne, just in Dark Souls. Or Baldur's Gate. I guess that would... I don't remember where it's from. Not Ravnica, that's... wherever that is. I know D&D stuff. Mike, you think of any theme?
I do like the idea of something weird. That does sound really fun. Like bust out some of the obscure stuff from the Monster Manual. That'd be a good time. I also think the Pantheon idea is interesting. Maybe do like I don't have an example for you, but maybe do like an more obscure Pantheon than like Greek or Roman.
Give me Egyptians. They had some weird...
Egyptian.
beliefs.
And I raw.
Egyptian would be sweet. Or even do like some kind of like a
Just Christianity. It's like
You can fight like
Power or
demon...
whatever.
What?
that's an
There's Dante's
option.
Inferno, Lou. Come on.
yes. I almost forgot.
Well, but now we're digging into the whole Catholicism, Christianity. Are they the same argument? That's for a different podcast.
So it sounds like we're all... some form of mythology is what something... we're going to do Monster Manual. Question is Jedi Fallen Order, is that series like kind of more Souls-like, right? Because I feel like a Star Wars game would be fantastic as a Soulsborne.
I hated those games. I only played the first.
I know that was a hot take but let us know down in the comments below. Is that a Soulsborne type game?
I would love like part racer, part Soulsborne game. I think it'd be really cool.
Mhm.
I love those racing games as a kid.
So you'd have like a side thing, kind of like Jack and Dexter, where you had like the random races. You'd put that in your game.
I mean that'd be dope. I think the problem with a lot of games is they try to fit too many things in one game.
100%.
But if they could
Hogwarts
do
Legacy.
it, yeah, yeah. But if they
The
could do it,
widest shallow pond of all time. I'm sorry. Please continue.
I remember playing it on your PlayStation and was like, oh, this is still not very good.
No.
Walk around
I wish it
Hogwarts,
was
though.
though. That is the cool part.
I think people got their money's worth just for that. Some people would argue that.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't feel like I didn't get my money's worth. It just was. It tried to be everything to everyone.
Yeah. Then you're nothing. Where do you guys put this? This might be controversial, especially if you're just doing From Software games. What would you guys do for a story? Would you keep it like more of just only environmental storytelling with the random cutscenes, or do you want a full-fledged story?
I would not mind a full-fledged story, but I really don't need an overwhelmingly large story. I think games like Hollow Knight have shown that you can tell a really deep and well understood story without a ton of dialogue and without cutscenes and all that stuff. And I wouldn't mind something more akin to that, whereas like the Souls games, those stories can be incredibly obtuse, and you have to have a PhD in lore to dig some of that crap up. So I wouldn't mind a little bit of story by comparison, but I don't need The Last of Us, you know?
What about Last of Us 2?
Don't need that either.
I know some of our viewers have some not hot takes, but have some impassioned takes on it.
Yeah.
Lou, where do you fall in story?
I personally think it almost bothers me sometimes, the lack of story, especially in Elden Ring. Who do they have?
They're like, we have George R.R. Martin.
George R.R. Martin, and like
he did this
didn't
instead
really
of writing
do
Wins a
much.
Winner.
It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of insane, right? Is it not? Am I tripping?
Yeah, I think he was just like,
Well, the trouble with Elden Ring they ran into was he wrote 2/3 of the story and has been promising him he'd finish it for about a decade now.
hey, now take your time,
Yeah.
George. I'd rather have a masterpiece than I'd rather
Did you
have
see
nothing.
somebody?
Yeah, that guy was.
He doesn't have the time left.
Yeah, it's
all
kind
right.
of mean.
Yeah, you're gonna be like that guy at freaking World's Con. It's like, well, George, you're gonna die. Can Brandon Sanderson finish the series? And he's like, no. They're like, you are a tool bag, madam. So it was a madam.
She might have had a spicy brain, you know. You give her some
but-
credit on that.
Still. You can be frustrated that he didn't write the book, but don't be like, hey, you're gonna die.
I mean, he is.
Everyone's gonna die.
That's just a fact of life, you know.
It's not guaranteed. There's two people. You are less likely to die than you are to become pregnant from not having sex. Historically.
Historically speaking, that is fair.
More likely not to die. There you go. Anyways, so we got off on the tangent. I agree. I think that I like a linear story to it. I think that'd be fun, especially if it is like, you know, you're doing like a Hercules thing. Obviously, you'd want a story with it, but I think while I enjoy the environmental storytelling, I would like more meat on the bone, and you know, especially if we're doing a interconnected world where it's not open world, you can kind of guide where they're going to go and tell your story that way and make it linear.
And I don't even need a really good story. I mean, I could just be a cool guy killing demons for a girl. Like, I don't need much.
Yeah, just enough to push me along. Because ultimately, I'm at most of the Souls games for the gameplay. The gameplay is what keeps me going.
So
The challenge, but a little story would still be nice that I could actually understand without having to read books worth of item description.
So it sounds like for you guys, you want like a Shadow of the Colossus type story.
Yeah, Shadow of the Colossus was great.
That's pretty good.
Hollow Knight story again. I know that's like it's like being like I would like Shakespeare to write my dialogue, but that was such a simple story that had so much depth to it, and I still can't even explain it to you, but I understand it deeply to my core, and it was done in a way that felt effortless, where it's like you just experience the story while you play through it, just like in a Souls game, except I actually know what the story is. Whereas with the Souls games, I'm more kind of like, huh?
You guys got Silk Song pre-ordered?
It's not an option?
It's not an option.
No. Hey, honestly, good for them. Good for them.
I'd have taken the day off work if they'd have let me pre-order it, but I'm so scarred that until I have purchased this game, I will not trust it. They didn't put a year at the end of that release date.
Well, whoever, Jeff Keighley, the guy who does like the Game Awards? He said it was this year, September or whatever. But 100%.
They said this year,
said 100%.
years running. Yeah, no, I've been hurt before.
Oh.
Yeah, those people are gonna die soon. They should just pass it off. All right. So we did combat, world, story, multiplayer. What else? Anything else you guys think is like definitive Soulsborne? Obviously, like bosses. What
I
type
want
of
to know
bosses?
what you would. Ooh, bosses. I like big guy. I like big quadruped and dude with sword. I'm so okay with those two stereotypes. I think they're just. I think there's so many fun varieties that it doesn't bother me that they recycle it. And
Can I just give you guys my 2 cents? But something I just really irked me in Elden Ring. It's they need to calm down with the double bosses, especially if you are doing 1-on-1 and with their janky lock-on system. The 2v1 bosses are annoying, and yes, everyone loves Ormsum and Schmog because, you know, It was the only one in
Like
Dark
the
Souls
only
1.
one. Yeah, it's like an
But
exciting.
there was so
special challenge.
many, and I'm like, oh, this is so annoying. I was done with double bosses. Like they could have just
Double
given
bosses
me,
are only fun if you are playing with people.
yeah, give me Godskin Duo, and you didn't need any of the other double bosses in that game.
trying to think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the best Dark Soul bosses for me are me thinking that somebody is playing the other person. I have to
Mhm.
remind myself that this is a computer. Like, that's ideal for me.
Yeah, and if you want to hear more about our thoughts on bosses, we have a whole podcast for it. Don't matter if it's good, but we did do a podcast on favorite bosses.
Huh.
I think that was
Definitely
20s or 30s, so it should be quite.
Oh
better
gosh.
quality.
Okay.
Should be better quality than the single
Two?
digits. Yeah.
Yeah. What would you add that isn't there?
Because functioning multiplayer is my big thing.
Okay, that's fair. Luke?
I would like a boss rush.
Oh,
So if
that'd
you-
be sick.
If you beat the boss, you can go back to like a hub, and then you can fight that boss again. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That
I
would
like
be a perfectly acceptable use of the hub, actually.
Yeah.
This would tie in with the story, but I wish there was more like once you beat the final boss, you don't just load in front of it for the most part, and there's like one small change to the world. I'd like some more like post game stuff, like what your actions did, which would come with the story, if we're instead of just Elden Ring, where it's either the tree's like a different color or it's on fire. That's it. Those are your options.
What is something you would want to add to the games that isn't there?
Got like an example of what you mean by that? Just something to think about.
Yeah, sure. So for me, I would want to add items. Honestly, just rip them right off Zelda, with Zelda kind of moving away from things like the hook shot. And I think the hook shot specifically would be awesome. Night Rain has started to expand the way we can move, and I would love, especially with the interconnected world, to start opening up new ways of expanding or like gating your progression. And so when you loop back now, you can access areas you couldn't previously with a bomb or a double jump that you unlocked, or your hook shot, or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, didn't Sekiro have a grappling hook type thing?
Yeah, Sekiro had. Well, yeah, I think you had it already though. I can't remember.
I think you started the game
You
with it.
started it. Yeah, you started the game with it. Yeah, you didn't have like a lot of different weapons choices. You had your prosthetic, and then you had your prosthetic did a bunch of different kind of things, which I enjoyed. I think my biggest issue sometimes with Dark Souls is that there's clearly weapons are better than other weapons.
Mm.
I'm not talking about I'm not talking about legendary weapons versus normal weapons, but like I've never used a flail.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah.
It's never good.
I don't remember the term for it, but one thing I'd love, because I love fashion souls. I love just, decking out, making your character look good. But with the stats, and granted, stats really don't make that big of a difference unless you have like one of the super and like this is all vigor and you can barely move with it. But I just want to be able to like put on good armor, but then aesthetically look like a different piece of armor. I forget what it's called. Transmorphy, something like that. Transmogrification.
Harry Potter did that well too.
Yeah.
That game was everything.
Mm-hmm. Added in. Hogwarts Legacy in Dark Souls. No.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, give me some good fashion souls. Who would you, or do you have anything, Lou, that we have?
I think we said it before, but I think a boss rush again.
Mm-hmm.
I think would be pretty awesome. Did Hollow Knight have like a boss rush? I can't remember.
Yes. It's like a. So it's a DLC area, but the game just comes with the DLC included now. It's called the God Home, and it's awesome. There's a giant hall that lets you practice every single boss fight. It lets you practice every single boss fight, setting the boss to deal twice as much damage as it did before. And it lets you practice every single boss fight in a one-hit KO mode. So if you take damage, you automatically lose. You can do every variation of the bosses with all three of those. And then, assuming all of the bosses are unlocked, there's, I believe, 5 Pantheon modes that are custom boss rushes where they're in special new arenas for certain fights. And then I think the final one is every single boss all the way through. And there's certain bosses you can only unlock by beating them in the Pantheon. And then you can practice that version too.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So kind of to wrap it all up, what style music would you have, or what song would you put for the trailer of our game?
I would probably just do some kind of big orchestral piece, like in Dark Souls.
First thing that came to my mind is like something with Kanye West in it. Like,
that don't kill me can only make me stronger.
I think that'd be fun. I don't know, some like rap song that like does not fit.
Yeah. I have something kind of on the lines. It's not rap, but I just want like, your 50s, like a Fallout style, like that style, like rock, or the big orchestral, big band type thing, and just this guy dying over and over again. But it's I don't want to set the world on fire, that type of song. Just completely.
What about some rolling
Limp Bizkit?
Limp Bizkit.
No, man, it was NHL Hits 2002. It was their opening. Can't beat it.
That's good.
But just think about that, like rolling. He dies, he gets back up. Rolling.
Well, I would just be pressing B the whole time to dodge.
Oh my gosh, that too. Hey, dude, that's a short right there.
There we go. Follow us on YouTube. See our shorts like that coming to a platform near you, maybe. All right. Well, Jacob and Andrew's brother, we just gave you the perfect idea for a Souls game. Anything else? Any last minute additions you guys want to add before we seal it and send it off to the game devs?
Yeah, I got a list.
All right, hit us with it.
All right, I want a underground city and a floating city. So up like a completely different map, up top and down bottom. Down bottom is not how you say that. I want completely optional areas. I want my poison swamp. There's always like one. There's always like one that's absolutely garbage. It's like impossible to beat. I want it to be
with drastic frame rate drops. That is a requirement.
I want it to be completely unfair.
It's already so dumb.
I want dread.
I hate the rock.
I want horror. I want it to be scary. I want a difficult fight as I want people to throw their controllers through their monitors. And I want the final boss in that area to be harder than the final boss of that area, harder than the final boss of the whole game.
I feel like their optional bosses usually are harder than
it does seem like that sometimes.
Nameless King. Lord of Cinder's really good though.
I want an animal companion that I care about. I think the closest we got to that is that little horsey from Elden Ring.
Little horsey.
And I
want to say
Aggro,
horsey. But that's not his name. Aggro.
That's also Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, I know.
Torrent. Torrent is the horse in
Torrent.
Elden Ring.
Does Torrent? Did he have his balls? I was trying to do some research.
It's
or
not,
did he have a butthole?
Okay, so
don't have an answer to either of those
So he
questions.
wants Red Dead Redemption where they animate horse balls and they get colder when it's cold out. They get smaller when it's cold outside.
That's what I'm thinking about. Yes, I want my animal character to have genitals. I think that'd be fun.
Stand up on two legs too and give me a hug. Is that what you want, Luke?
No. Ew, dude. Ew.
Well, you
Yeah.
already took the bigger
This
step.
is the guy who wanted to fight, because that's what we all heard, his dog.
My gosh. You got a steel trap memory, brother.
It's only for the embarrassing things you say on the pod.
That's good. What else did I say? I want to become an absolute god by the end of the game. I want to be able to throw lightning out of my butthole. I want to do everything that I want to do. I think Elden Ring did a pretty good job with that at the end. I want to bonk as hard as I can. What else did I write down? I think that's about it. And
do you want the Baldur's Gate 3 options with romances?
No, I didn't think that'd be too much. No, that's too much. I do want to get kidnapped, like how you got kidnapped. How you got kidnapped in Dark's Bloodborne. There's like a guy that just like straight up kidnaps you.
Is it freaking whatever his name is? The one that's reoccurring?
Yes.
No idea. I want to the only way to go into like a certain area.
Patches.
I want to. Yes, Patches needs to come, and then I want. I want to only be able to go into an area, something absolutely weird, like the coffin in Dark Souls, like 1 or 3.
Dark Souls 1, yeah. You go into
Dark Souls
coffin,
1,
you have
literally-
to sit there for like 30 seconds to activate the cutscene. Same with the bird's nest.
You need it for the dragon thing in Dark Souls 3. It gets to the optional thing. Just like sit there with an emote. Yeah, bring back emote. Or we need emotes.
We know emotes. That'd be dope. Yeah, I want to and then I want hidden walls. There's a wall in Elden Ring where you had to hit it like 1,000 times or something like that.
Mimics. We need mimics. Bring back the fear of mimics.
Bring back the fear of mimics, but the mimics like steal something from you, and then you have to fight it to get it back. I think that'd be dope. I think that's it.
So he wants Hogwarts Legacy of Dark Souls. No, I'm joking.
No.
I feel like those are all pretty solid
They are.
classics of the genre, if you will.
You got anything else, Mike?
Oh no, I'm nowhere near as dedicated to this as Lewis. This is his bag.
All right.
I merely adopted it.
Well, when you guys see it for the next FromSoft game, you'll know where it came from. Or our AI overlords, they'll make them. But anyways, Lou, what are we talking about next week?
Shoot, I had it and then I lost it. Oh, let's talk about road trips. What are the quintessential top 3 like road trip things that you need? Give me like certain music, certain snacks.
Car.
Car.
Car's good. Car's
Pavement.
good. Pavement.
Gas.
Gas. Okay, maybe not. Let's do.
I mean, we can. I'm just...
No. I hear you. I respect it.
No, I like it. Just
like it.
the quintessential road trip things outside of the
Necessity.
necessary things to be having.
Everything.
The road and the trip are not things that you can pick.
Yeah.
It's the journey, not the destination, you know.
Not the journey.
before
Because
destination.
top 5 hardest goodbyes. top 5 times I truly said I loved you. You know, those are the other things that I got. You want to do that ones or?
Yeah, we can do road trips.
Okay.
Also, Lou, we don't do 5 anymore, so...
Oh yeah,
Update
sorry,
your
top
list.
3. I apologize.
Well, thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Top Podcast. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to give us a like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you want to add in your perfect Soulsborne game that you're crafting, either with us or on your own. Tell us what we did wrong. Tell us what we did right. All that type of jazz. Be sure to also check out our YouTube page for all you Spotify and Apple Podcast users, because we are doing just random side things like Mike's doing a review of Alien Earth. I think they're going to have some Harry Potter coffee pun thing coming out soon. I might be doing a Lions preseason thing for all the casuals out there. Not for any hardcore fans, but just for the casual people. But be sure to check out our YouTube, because that's where most of our extra content's going to go. But if you're listening on Spotify and Apple Podcast, we do appreciate you. We love you all. Be sure to check down the comments. We got some people commenting and chatting up down there. Give us a review and we'll read off on the podcast if it's nice and tasty. Yes, I said that. Other than that, we'll see you next week. Peace.
See you, tasties.
Just tasty toppers.
Fine. Nice to see you, tasty toppers. Yucky.
You know I'm a degenerate.